What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of our Wolves career mode, and today we are going to start the season off. We might get one game in. We are going to get this Fulham game in, and hopefully we can start off the league with a win. As you can see, we start off with 4 games here in real life that are relatively tough, but in games we really want to try and get maximum points from. Won't be easy or anything. But we go 6 games without playing any of the top 6, which is a pretty good start. So we want to take advantage of that as quickly as possible. We're going to try and push for anywhere between 4th to 8th or 4th to 7th. We want European football, really, and hopefully we can get there. But we are also going to try and bring in a couple more players. We're taking a look at some. Just trying to see if we can find a couple of loan players in, or hopefully, a couple of options come in, where we're trying to go ahead and buy players. As you can see, an offer's coming for Bonatini, and that's what we're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and delegate this a little bit. I don't think they're going to come over here and take anything crazy. But the other one's been rejected by PSV. I would like that money now for Bonatini, even if we have to hold on to it until January. But it's one of those things where if we can get some money in, use it to grab a player in on loan or try and loan him in, whatever it may be, we're gonna have to deal with it. So those two have been loaned out. An offer's come in for Ruben Neves from Atalanta. It is Atalanta. He will not be going anywhere, Ruben Neves. And an interest in Tammy Abraham, someone we're looking at just to bring in on loan, maybe to buy as well. It's one of those things where at the moment we're kind of in a position where we need to bring in players on loan or find really cheap options. It's not the position we're looking to be in, but, as an offer comes in for Willy Bully, and there will be no center backs leaving. We're going to have to get some pretty crazy offers to come in if we want to go ahead and move players on and that sort of stuff. Players we don't want to necessarily move on, but, we'll have to see as we go forward. But we're pushing toward that first game here. An agreement has been made, $2.8 million for Bonatini. That is a pretty good deal, I think, as he goes off to Besiktas, and hopefully that agreement goes through. A lot of agreements, obviously don't end up going through, and that's something we're obviously looking for. As a couple of things have been looked at here. An offer has come in for Miranda as well, which is good, $1.2 million, which is probably a pretty good option. We're going to delegate that just a little bit. And hopefully we might get a couple extra bucks. But, 3-4 million coming in there, added to the 7 million we have. 11 million is not too bad of an option to have right now. And hopefully we can do a little bit with it. We're going to take a look once all of our scouting reports come in. We'll take a look at some of the players. You saw him there. Daniel James, someone we might be able to bring in on loan. Someone to, fill in for that front 3 as well. Offers come in. We've had a training injury, which is not good. Connor Cody. Oh, of 4 days. Thank the Lord. Offers, or Bonatini has been sold off. Alright, so they want to play 1.2. That's fine. I'm comfortable with 1.2. And we can get, probably upwards of 3 million put into the transfer budget. We'll take a look right here. And as you can see, we have 11 million, and then we'll have, Miranda's coming in. We'll be close to 12-ish million, which is good. An offer's come in for Shabani to go out on loan. Looking to add an option to buy. So we're going to have to negotiate this. He's 21 years of age. We're just going to delegate it, I think. Loan option to buy, 1-year loan, start offer, don't sell player for more than. That's a pretty good set there. He's 21, 62 overall. Not necessarily someone who's really going to get into our team, is it? So unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with it that way. But we're going to jump forward. I think we're going to start this off with the game as interest comes in for Suarez, but simming straight to games now isn't as straightforward with all the training and things like that. So we're going to get forward into that Fulham game as Miranda's talks have broken down, which is exactly what we were afraid of. I actually kind of try and I need the scout reports to come in first, don't I? I can't really go in and try and bring a player down or bring a player in. I need some of the scout reports to come in, as an agreement has been made over his 1-year loan. We're just going to accept it. That's fine. I'm not sure what they came to an agreement, but it was between $750,000 and $1.1 million. That is perfectly fine for a player who's not really going to do too much for us. So here we go. We can jump right on in. Pre-match conference. Let's attend it. Why not? We got ourselves an option here to bring the morale up. All right. They look the real deal. I've been getting pretty excited about the team's prospects since you took charge. Can you carry your preseason form to competitive games? We just want to win games. We just want to win games. Can you make the Europa League this season? Europa League is the minimum target, which is very true. We want to get into Europe. Are you looking to bring anyone in? It's about the right players, which is very much true because we're just trying to get players in who, one, can fit in, and two, we're really looking to, we don't have a ton of money that we can go out and spend right now, so it's very much that same mentality. We can bring in what we can bring in. So Podence is going to start ahead of Neto for now, though I expect Neto will eventually take over that spot. We'll see. And then we're going to jump into game number 1. Is Neto, what is he? I hope he's involved against Fulham. I like to see hungry players. Dendonker, he wants to play as well. And for now, he's just going to have to go ahead and sit. So let's jump into it. Our first game of the year, Fulham, newly promoted. In real life, look kind of a mess. Don't really look too much like they're going to really challenge to stay up. It's tough on Fulham. They have a lot to kind of deal with. But let's jump into this. Wolves Fulham, first game of the year. Let's go. And then trying to do too much. And here's Traore. He moves so much like Traore. They're getting really good at that, FIFA. Just players who move like their actual real-life counterparts. So that comes out to Podence. And Podence can clip a good ball in. Great ball in. Oh! And Jimenez, why he didn't go with his head, I'm not so sure. He would have just had to get it on target. He went for the spectacular. And he misses completely. Free kick in a dangerous spot. We're 23 minutes in. Can Moutinho put this in the corner? He has a hit, and oh, what a save. I thought that found the back of the net for a moment. That's an excellent, excellent save. Right into that corner as well. Did so well to get to that. Clipped across. Just gets there. One more inside. Johnny making a run from deep here, and he can find Jimenez with a great ball, and it's Jimenez! Oh, it's 1-0. And we've taken the lead here. 37 minutes gone. And we lead in London 1-0. Lovely stuff. And Johnny, who's really pushed himself up there, finds the ball. And Jimenez just worked himself into a great position. No one anywhere near him, really. Smashes this first time. And the Mexican striker grabs himself a goal. Grabs us a lead. It had to be Jimenez, didn't it? The way this has gone so far. Excellently done. 1-0. Neves. Oh, can't quite find that ball out there, but we still hold on to it. Here's Johnny. Plays a good ball. It's nicely done, and a run's being made there from Neves. And this Neves is 2-0. And 2 quick-fire goals here. And when we've all of a sudden taken control of the game, and while we've been much the better side, Fulham struggling quite a bit to move the ball. Just like that, Fulham are almost out of it. It's 2-0. It's a great finish from Neves. It's a really good move. And we've changed a couple of instructions that we're going to change after the game, but they seem to have worked pretty well going forward. And that's a great ball out there. And there's so much space for Jimenez here. And Jimenez, oh, it's a good save. Oh, I thought for a moment we had it. It's come back to Jimenez, slipped across. Moutinho 3-0, and we have it. And we have the goal. We have it. I don't know what I was trying to say. Moutinho with a goal anyway. 3-0, and we are cruising to an opening day 3 points. And that's just what we want to see there. It's good football. It's a good save in the end, but a poor giveaway. Gets slipped back in, and Moutinho's all alone. Hammers it low. Goalkeeper cannot get to it. And Fulham look like they're going to be poor in-game as they are in real life. A very, very good start so far. 3-0. They're kind of just holding on to it. Looking for something. Is it going to come their way here? Fulham. Oh, that's a good ball in there. I've stretched the wrong player outward. It's a great save by Patricio. It's Fulham's first real opportunity of the game. I'm not sure how Connor Cody got to that either, but it's been one of those games where we've been very much dominant. A chance finally falls Fulham's way, and they can't do anything about it. We almost fire ourselves further ahead. Jimenez gets to it, and it's just wide. Nicely done. Here's Traore. Traore does well. It gets slipped forward to Neves. Space for Neves. Clips it into Jimenez, who's in on goal again. And it's Jimenez. Oh, great save. It comes back, and there it is. Hammered into the empty net. It's 4-0. Neto comes off the bench and grabs himself a goal. And we have been excellent on opening day. Fulham very much struggling, and we are much the better side. Jimenez does well to stretch. It just gets saved, and Neto's just there to hammer home the half volley. An excellent little finish. A lovely little move once again. There's 10 minutes to go. We're 4-0 up. So on to Neves here. And Neves, can he find that ball through the middle? It's Traore leaking off. And Traore's in on goal. And Traore wants one, and he gets it. Could have waited to lay it off. But Adama Traore wants to get his season off the mark. He's the man on the back of the shirt. He's the most dangerous, surely, in real life. And he grabs himself a goal. Just gets away right through that gap there. He's onside. And he's just hammered this home. Excellent finish from Traore. It's 5-0. And we are surely going top of the table, by the way. Here's Lucas. There's plenty of space through the middle. They've let Neves come. And it's Neves. He should be scoring. Ought to be. With 2 minutes left. They're throwing men forward, and they throw men forward in a more wild way, seemingly, so far on this FIFA, compared to last time. They just launch men forward. They leave huge gaps, as you can see. This comes to Lucas, and he wanted himself a goal. I could have gone in, but we're 5-0 up already. It's nothing major. As that gets clipped forward, can't quite get a touch onto it. It's going to come to Traore, and the whistle is going to blow. A 5-0 victory on opening day. Excellently played from us. And as I've said, if the difficulty needs to be pushed up, it will eventually be pushed up. But I think this is just a Fulham thing and not necessarily a difficulty thing, because we struggled quite a bit with Hoffenheim, obviously going to penalties. And we've also beaten a team who weren't that great in Fulham and Feyenoord. But on our Leipzig career, we struggled quite a bit with Everton. So we'll see as we go. But an excellent, excellent start nonetheless. Good effort to start. Lucas, first display. I believe in our young players. He looks like he's going to be pretty good, Lucas. And then Neto. He looks the part. Neto is going to be a big player in our future here at Wolves. But what a start. Dendoncker is happy that we listened to him and he got to play. Attend both pre-match and post-match conferences. It's not too bad. And now I think all we're waiting for are some pullbacks. Or not some pullbacks, some scouting reports to come back. Keep your feet on the ground, lad. Attaboy Dendoncker. He wanted to play. He got some time. We were cruising. So why not bring it on? Or bring him on. But our next game is Leeds, which is not going to take place today. We are going to figure out if we can get a player in. So let's take a look at our transfer hub and the players I've looked in. We're looking to bring in players on loan, and hopefully we can get that done. But as you can see, Daniel James, Tammy Abraham, Torreira, Harry Wilson, Ben Rama, Zerdin Shaqiri as well. We're going to try a couple of these, but at the moment I'm just more interested in seeing if we can... They're not interested. That's a bit of a shame. Tammy Abraham... I feel in real life we could get some of these players on loan. Torreira, they probably want him gone permanently. They're not willing to bring him in. Harry Wilson, we can approach to loan Harry Wilson, which is good. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and bring him in on loan for a couple years, just to add a body up front. Basic terms. I think we'd like a 2-year loan. They kind of only want 1 year. We'll accept it. That's fine. We're comfortable. I really don't want to... that's how much they want me to pay. We'll see if we can pay 50. No problem. So we're paying half of Wilson's wages. And we're bringing him on loan for a year until, until we get the money back in. We've got ourselves a pretty decent player here in Harry Wilson. Of course, he's not a starter. He's a backup here to Traore, really. But a pretty good option nonetheless. And is he going to come straight in? What happens here? Because we were on him, right? They agreed to it, and then we clicked on it. I'm not sure what we do from here. I guess he's got to accept it, perhaps. But we'll jump forward a couple days, and hopefully he does accept that. As he's been loaned out, and it doesn't look like it's going to really cost anything other than, his wages, $30K a week, nothing crazy. And hopefully we can go ahead and find a midfielder to bring in as well, which would obviously be perfect. And Wilson has been loaned in, which is excellent. So there we go. He's been bought in. He's on $60K a week at Liverpool, which is kind of a lot. But let's go down there. Harry Wilson in at the club, and he will be very much a backup in this side. And as I said, we want to bring in one more midfielder because we have the 3 there starting. We have the 3 on the bench, and Dendoncker can play. And then we'd kind of like, one more just to be able to rotate it all the way through and have a couple extra in that sense. But we're just gonna need midfielders. We're gonna go back for Loftus-Cheek, I think. Approach to loan. Yeah, I think we're gonna go back for Loftus-Cheek. They wanted 23 million last time for a loan to buy. We're gonna try it again. We're going to try the 2-year deal. They wanted 23 last time. We'll see what Frank says this time around. We'll accept 1 year. They want us to pay 60-40 on wages. We'll just accept that. That's fine if we can get, See, they want 30 this time around. Propose new transfer fee. That's harsh. And it was always going to happen this way. But they bought it upward. That's not how transfer negotiations work, Frank. We have the option to buy as well, so we don't necessarily need to take this. So we can bring Loftus-Cheek in. Hopefully that works out. And we've bought in all the business, that we're looking to do. Ideally, for now. But hopefully that works out. So in theory, we should have gotten another player in, another midfielder, and we got Harry Wilson in and the midfielder as well. So I think we are in a pretty good spot, guys. So from here on out, we are on episode 3. At the moment, I'm only on early access, so I don't have the full game until October 6th. So we may have to go a couple episodes where we only really play 2 games. So next episode will be 2 games. Burnley, Leeds, and then next episode we'll do Sheffield deadline day and perhaps the Everton game as well. So we're only going to do 2 games until I run out of these time. We're also doing our Leipzig career on this as well, so it's going to be tough. And then we have 5 days to fill, and then we'll have our full time on October 6th, and hopefully we can go forward from there, unless I can find a way to get extra hours. I'm not positive on that, but we'll see, guys. But next episode, Leeds, a tough one. But for now, guys, that is it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.